So, welcome. Obviously, we don't have a quorum tonight. I'm going to go over some things that we've been doing in the Parks Department for the last couple of months, and some of the things hopefully we've talked about before or you've heard. Some of them you may not have. If you didn't know, we celebrated Arbor Day on the last Friday in April at Thompson Early Childhood. We worked with Miss Davis, who's director over there, and had an awesome event that day. We'd never been at a school that had that age group, which they're basically preschool. They're not basically, they are preschool kids. But that went well, and we were happy with it. And I think the director over there, Miss Davis, was really happy. So it was successful from both sides. Moving along, at Richard Ray, we have been working with a group of women who represent Daughters of the American Revolution. And this next year is their 250th anniversary, and they have been working with us for the last couple of months on some landscape designs for a small planting area over there and a bench. And they've raised some money through their organization, and we'll hopefully in the next couple of months implement those plans, and they'll be ready in 26 for their 250th anniversary of the American Revolutionary War. If you're not aware, City Hall, when you drove up, hopefully you noticed we've completed the plantings at City Hall. One of the things that we kind of waited a little bit to complete this, or even to get it started, because we kind of wanted to, we didn't we intentionally waited because we wanted to marry it to our streetscape, which, if you haven't noticed, is pretty much complete. We have 2 islands left to do out there on planting. Obviously, it's not completely done out there. There's the islands that we have to plant, but I'm sure there's still, the striping out there hasn't been completed or started. So there's still some steps to be taken out there, but the road is passable. Just be aware that there are no parking spots, so it's you have to, manage that on your own. But I'm sure over the next week or two or a couple of weeks, you'll see those things starting to appear. And the new bridge definitely has a different look and feel to it. Tomorrow morning, all of our summer annuals are going to be delivered. That is a massive order for us to be getting. So just as time goes by over the next couple of weeks, you'll see us throughout the city planting our flowers, whether it be at a park or some of the landscape areas, whether it's Huff Drive or the Parkway or over here at the Freedom Fountain. You'll see our staff out. Just be aware of that. Things that we still need to do from the planting side, I think I've made you aware we are now maintaining all the SCMs in the city. There are 16 of them. 2 of the areas that are in the short-term focus of ours are this Bayshore area right behind us, across from City Hall, as well as over at the area off 17 where the USO is, kind of there. There's a little SCM there. We're focusing on those plantings in the next couple of months. Just be aware of that. I promised Susan I wouldn't talk much about this, but she's going to share with you the Jacksonville Jamboree when she talks, as well as the stage that we used that day. If you weren't at the event, I think she'll probably have some pictures of it. That's a pretty big deal, and it's pretty cool. And her staff and our staff worked together to put that stage up and take it down and all of those things. And you'll get to go through that process when she tells you a little bit more about it. From a athletic perspective, our ball fields are pretty much ready to go. We have had some damage on one of the fields at the Commons. I think we had, I think Susan and I talked, we think we had a small tornado come through last week. we had one of those large sets of bleachers end up in the middle of the ball field, tore the fence down, blah, 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 all of that sort of thing. Damaged the bleachers, they're unrepairable, and damaged the fence, which needs to get repaired. But other than that, the fields are ready, the youth fields, the adult fields, and, as well as I know they're going to move some things probably out to Northeast Creek. And obviously, we're gearing up for the Ospreys, who begin at the end of this month, and we'll have that field, it's already ready, but we'll have it looking a little bit better than it does today. Not that it looks bad. We just going to put a little final touches on it. Just be aware of that. And if you're riding around looking at our parks, just be aware that we've been tilling our playgrounds. That's always a good thing when we're doing those sorts of things, so just be aware of that. As always, if you see something, feel free to text me. Steve's very good about that. You guys are more than welcome to do that. And last but not least, and this is one of the cool things we did today, we had 3 tractor trailer loads of mulch delivered, one each at Sturgeon City, one at Jacksonville, and one at Northeast Creek. And we did it today because we knew we were getting 38 volunteers from the Marines. And while equipment is great, and we can do a lot with equipment, there are some things that are just labor intensive, and taking mulch and spreading it and putting it out, they really don't make a machine for that other than manpower or woman power, whatever you want to call that. That's just labor. And having them here today was extremely beneficial to us getting all of that mulch out. That's a large amount of mulch. Yeah, all 3 locations, yeah. That's a pretty big deal. Took a little bit of planning, and yeah, it is awesome. So it was a good example, too, of us using some volunteers to get a lot of work done there that would have taken us an awfully long time to do on our own. And luckily, we were able to work with the base and get that done. And that's pretty much the park report for tonight. Any questions about any of that? Sorry, that was a lot to throw at you.
You good? No? Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I will pick up a little bit where Michael left off. I'll start with the Ospreys. As you all know, we had a good year, a good first season. We're doing the same thing as far as all of the great field upkeep. We've made some improvements to the dugouts. We've made some improvements to sound, adding some bleachers, and they've also reconfigured the space and the ticketing area and the beer garden. So there's going to be some more versatility when it comes to where people can go and mingle and socialize, and then just kind of incorporate the entire park. So they heard some good feedback last year, and then so this year we were able to help them make those improvements. So looking forward to it. The 31st is the first kickoff. It is a home. They have a lot more. If you've seen the schedule, they do have a lot more home weekend and weekend games. So Friday, Saturday, and I believe Sunday they're playing on their opening weekend. So go check them out and show your support if you feel like watching some baseball. I will show you the stage in some pictures also, but it is a fantastic stage. It is a very large stage when it's all done up, and we were able to do the grand debut of that at the Jamboree, which we had a great event, and I'm going to save the pictures and a video for the One City moment. As far as programmatic updates for you, as you all are aware, this is the weekend coming up is Memorial Day weekend. For us, it pretty much means summer is upon us, and we're extremely busy with summer programs. But one of the things we do this weekend is open the splash pads up. So while we're not being televised right now, if anybody's listening or will hear this, by all means, splash pads will be open Friday for the season, and or Saturday, but probably Friday.
I think he said Saturday.
Saturday, okay. So Saturday is the official opening for both of those splash pads. So they look good, we're ready, we've been inspected, and we're looking forward to a seamless summer with those two splash pads, and they are busy. We are also just shy of school getting out in a couple of weeks, and once they're out, we have all of our summer day camp programs. I will say that they're all full for us. We're very happy to say that our registration went very well, filled up really quickly. We do try to help parents out with maybe some other options because we always feel bad about turning parents away. But there's still some other programs in the county that have some openings, so we do try to direct them and, help those parents out with other options. But we're full, we're happy for it. We have a whole summer full of programs. We are also really happy for the first time in several years to be able to hire a swim instructor. So obviously you are all aware that YMCA will be getting into the pool business, but they're not there yet. And so we're going to keep doing what we can to offer that, those swim lessons for all of the kids out there. So we do have a swim instructor. She comes very, very well experienced from other areas of the country. So we are excited. We have a full schedule of swim lessons that we're able to offer. So again, if you know anybody, if they ask you any questions, it is one of those things that we get a lot of questions of. Do you know of any swim lessons, those sort of things? So by all means, send them our way or give them our phone number. But we are very happy. We use the reserve apartment pool. So it's a great partnership because obviously we don't have a pool. And so we're able to partner with the school, with the apartment complex over there by the Commons and provide those before they open them up to their patrons or their residents. So it works out really well for us. But happy to announce that we have swim lessons for the first time in actually several years. It's just been hard to find an instructor, and they have to come with a lot of qualifications. So we're really good about it. We're happy about that. And then other than that, this is also the time where we do all of our Friday activities. You will look in this cool booklet Megan put together that we have lots of programs going on, but I'll mention the big takeaways also for the summer activities is we have a whole schedule. It doesn't look like this in yours, but on the last couple of pages, we have a whole schedule of concerts starting with next Friday night. Sure, last 2 pages of your little book here. We have a whole summer of concerts. We have 5 concerts scheduled starting May 30th. So it's pretty much like the last Friday of each month. We have a live concert at the amphitheater, and we are going to be really happy to be able to move that stage that we were just speaking of over to the amphitheater. Michael's guys have been able to upfit that so it fits nicely. It's going to look fantastic, and we're going to have a really nice professionally done concert series this whole summer. In addition to just the concerts, we also have all of our movies scheduled. So it'll go back and forth between concerts and movies, as well as park nights. We have family park days. Those are going to be on Saturdays. And we have Art in the Park, which are going to be on Fridays. So when you look at a calendar and you put all these together, we are pretty much covering most of our Fridays for the whole summer. Our special events crew is very, very busy with Friday, whether it's a movie, a concert, or Art in the Park. And then on Saturdays, it's going to be family park days into different parks. We really try to focus a couple of different locations throughout the area when it comes to those sort of family park days. So we're at a couple of different spots. But we just want to show everybody all the great stuff we have going on. So there's a lot of information in this booklet. By all means, take a look at it. If you have any questions on any of it, let me know. We are thrilled to be able to provide all the great things. And I will also let you know that we have some good stuff tag teaming on how nice New Bridge looks. We are also in the planning, working with our tourism and some of our marketing partners to do a downtown event for New Bridge Street. So you could be on the lookout for that after summer, but in September. So it's going to be nice, but we really want to bring that, focus back to what a great job and how fantastic New Bridge is going to look and feel, and we've got some new businesses coming in down there, so we're going to do our part to help promote that and just bring some of our citizens down to New Bridge Street when it's done and do kind of a grand celebration. So we're also excited about that project we'll be doing in no time. It'll be here before you know it. So that is a really quick rundown of some of our stuff we have going on. Any questions? I tend to talk fast, so I apologize if I just did a fast blur on that. Nothing? Okay, well, no questions, and I guess it goes to Mr. Spring for planning advisory. Any reports if you might have?
Well, I've got these are the 2 most common items that we had, most prominent items in the last 2 meetings we've had. One on the topic of storage bays. We have a proposal to put some storage bays in the front of Raintree next to the Dollar General, and we did not see a problem with that. We approved it, but we know that the residents will probably, or it came out to the city council meeting, so I believe that was passed through city council with some concern from the residents. You're really at a tough spot because it's roadfront property. It's not going to become a park like the residents were told, because nobody in their right mind would put a park right there for kids to play that close to the road. So the person who owns it obviously wants to do something. And a storage bay facility, once it's done, is probably about the least amount of traffic you're going to see anywhere. I know I have one near where I live in Branchwood, and traffic there is negligible, and it's a fairly good size. The second thing was a rezoning that's going to occur at the JCA plot on Gum Branch Road. They are currently zoned so that anything they do usually has to come before us as a special use permit. But the request is for a zoning that would basically alleviate that situation so that they wouldn't have to come to us every time they want to do something. And all I pointed out was that when we originally did that zoning back in the 2000s or the late 1990s, was it 1990s, yeah, that far ago. They added a couple of things about not extending the two roads into JCA property and not lighting any ball fields for those residents that live there, so they wouldn't have to deal with the light pollution or the traffic going through their housing development. So the developer seemed to think that that would probably not happen anyway. So we went ahead and approved that rezoning. But again, if you've driven by, you've seen the signs up that said that there's a rezoning discussion that will happen at the next city council meeting. So you may see those residents show up and voice some concern, and hopefully we've given them enough warning so the developer knows how to address things like the street and things like lights at night. So that's one of the reasons why we're there at the planning board, because we want to try to head off things and make sure everybody's aware of what's coming there so that they can be prepared one way or the other. So, and that's it.
Okay. Well, Ms. Edwards is not here. So I guess we'll just move on to park reports. It looks like, you're up.
For Woodland Parks, everything's good. For Wilson Day, everything's good out there. I think you mentioned this before, but I don't remember. But there was a retired Marine out there policing up the area. And so good on him. Did you know his name?
Jim Wheeler.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually works for our stormwater. He's part-time.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Used to be on our board.
he used to be on our board years ago, but you can't be on the board and be an employee. And his value to what he does, he's very good at keeping the waterways clean.
Yeah. And that's where he was. He was in the waterway cleaning it up.
Great guy.
Yeah, thank you for telling me. Yeah, awesome guy.
And that is all I have.
Thank you.
Mr. Maxwell?
Phillips Park, no issues or concerns. The minimal usage, family usage. The commons, the greenways is always look great. The weekend trash collection around the basketball court, you guys do a good job of that. It's guys that are out there cooking out, right, and they fill up the trash can, but you guys do a good job. I've already talked to you about the lights being out on rails to trails. It was clear of pine needles and debris. Mm-hmm. But close to Hargett Street, the crossing, there was a tree that fell down on the trail, but some of it's still on your shoulder, I guess.
We probably pushed it off, make sure the trail was passable. When we have time, we'll get to it, yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, everything looks great.
Thank you so much.
All right, Mr. Roberts.
Woodland Park, it was in good shape. Bathrooms are clean. Only thing, the water fountain's still out. It's waiting on a porter.
Water fountain?
Yeah, so park's still.
Thank you for telling me.
And the basketball net, one of them needs replacing. And I want to look at the front of the where the bathrooms are, the columns when you go in, as you approach the building, that might need some paint.
Okay.
Just a
Not
suggestion.
pressure washing paint.
Yeah, whatever you think, just look at
We'll
it.
look at
But the
it.
park was in really great shape. Well,
Thank you.
good job.
Thank you.
Mr. Spring?
Sherwood Forest, when I went out there, it was, you could tell it had been freshly mowed, everything looked nice. There were some people that were talking and hanging out under the picnic shelter, so I did not walk out and introduce myself and run them off or feel uncomfortable. But it's nice that, people are out there enjoying themselves and just taking it easy. Same thing at Branchwood. So one of the first times I've ever been to both parks and had people at both parks. So Branchwood looked fine, no problems there at all. So it's very well maintained. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions or comments before we do our one city moment then? All right, well, I think these are pictures, right?
That'll be the pictures and then the videos.
So I didn't go into a lot of detail yet, but this is our Jamboree event that we had now 2 weeks ago. It was a beautiful day. We had a great turnout. We had maxed out on our vendors, maxed out on our food vendors, and for the first time, we partnered with a new gentleman, James Jordan, to do a NTBA basketball tournament. He had 50 teams. So we utilized 4 gyms. Yeah, it was tremendous. So successful tournament. He's asking if we're doing a summer jamboree. We said no. But it went smooth. He did a good job with it. And we have, nothing but good things to say about that as well as everything else. We did bring in a new vendor, a new entertainer, which was a BMX demo. You'll see more on that in the video, but it was a popular hit. It went really well. So yeah, BMX, and they're local. They're out of Swansboro, so it was neat to see. Yeah, they were all over the place. It was a good day. That was a little early on in the day, but this is the stage. This is in its full glory. We have some banners on the top, in the back, on the sides, on the bottom, but it's just really impressive when you see it in person. But it is a tremendous stage, and it does have lots of options when it comes to setting it up. So this is probably not even the largest setup it could be in, but it has really some great versatility as far as you can make it, you can even do a catwalk out in front, you can make it deeper, you can make it wider. I mean, it just has some really nice features. We did but I'll be honest, the TDA supported this purchase. They did a phenomenal job with allowing us to get all of the extra platforms and extensions and all of that. So we certainly appreciate that. But it was very impressive, to say the least, and we certainly couldn't do it with all the guys that went through the training, and then 4 of them are actually certified. So 2 of Michael's guys and then 2 of my guys, we have to have a certified, basically, technician there to always be, taking it up and breaking it down, or putting it up and taking it down. So a great new asset for the city. So we're really looking forward to, utilizing it moving forward. So here we go. Is this cool video that our media folks did. Thank you. No quarter brass band. there we have it. So it was a great day, and it was all hands on deck, but we always enjoy it, and we like seeing all the families. Okay, thank you. So that's it for us. It was good. That was a good video. So thanks, media, for doing the video, and the drone shots are really cool. So, any questions?
Great job.
We appreciate y'all coming tonight.
Yeah, we appreciate you staying through our reports and updates. Just as a heads up, we do have elections on the next meeting, which is July 22nd. I'll do another email like I usually do, just hopefully seeing if we have enough for a quorum that day, but come ready with a name to submit. I think the update is they've each served, and there's
1 year.
they've done 2 years.
Has she done 2 years?
They've done 2 years, but they haven't done the other position, correct?
Correct.
So Lori has done the vice, and Yolanda has done the chair, but they haven't done the opposite. So if you want to submit them and swap, I'm not saying you need to, I'm saying it's an option.
And don't forget, I know
Thank you.
the East Coast Invitational is coming.
Oh, yes, thank you, Michael. So East Coast Invitational is another big basketball tournament for us. As you're all aware, Mr. Wells College is our partner with that, and it is scheduled for June 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st at the Commons, the middle school, the high school,
The other high school.
and the other high school. It might be
Jacksonville
Bridge.
Northside.
Yeah, so another great event that we certainly appreciate being able to offer out there for people to come and support those high schoolers, because they do come from all over, and it is really an impressive tournament to watch them. Watch them play and see who all is, can go on and do great things. So
Cool.
that's a big one. Anything else?
Fields of Fun, Special Needs Awareness Day.
I have Special Needs Fields of Fun, Special Needs Awareness Day coming up in a couple of weeks. Really trying to make us a push on our special needs population. So, anyways, thank you, Mr. Spring, for our
You're welcome. Anytime.
Mr. Jack Emiette. So, all right, well, I guess this was a quick meeting.
That it?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Still not a record, meeting adjourned.
Did you see that, BMX?